One of my favorite words in all of the Bible is the word peace. Of course, when Jesus said the word peace, he really didn't say peace because he wasn't speaking English. So he would have said shalom. And shalom actually means more than what we usually use the word peace for. Shalom, as I understand it, uh, asks for a right relationship between God, the world, others, and ourselves. And when all four of those aspects are in right relationship, then you have shalom or peace. It's so important to recognize because in John 14, Jesus says to his disciples, just before he is about to leave them, about to go to the events of Holy Week that we're just about to celebrate here, that will lead him to the cross and to his resurrection and ascension. Jesus takes a moment in John 14:27, and he says, "Peace I give to you, my peace I leave with you. I do not give as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not let them be afraid." I think when we first hear that, I just hear peace I give to you, and it sounds like God, like Jesus is just handing them like a necklace or something that they can hold on to and say, here's my peace, right? But that's not what Jesus is getting at. In fact, that's not what the language even says. Instead, it says, peace I give to you, my peace I leave with you. This isn't just some trinket that we can hold on to. This is Jesus' inheritance. This is his legacy. He gives it to us. He gives it to you. And when you receive an inheritance like that, it becomes our responsibility to maintain, our responsibility to grow, our joy to benefit from what has been entrusted to us. Jesus entrusts us with his peace, but he doesn't leave us alone. He's told them in the verse right before that he would send the advocate, the Holy Spirit, to be with them, to remind them of everything that he has taught them, to hold them close, to help them in all the things that they need. So he prepares us to recognize that he's given us this great gift, and he's surrounded us with what we need to use it to its fullness. But he also prepares the disciples in this one little verse to know that they will have to work, and we will have to work at maintaining it, or we'll get stuck in something very different than peace. Jesus says it this way. He's just said, peace I give to you, my peace I leave with you. I do not give as the world gives. And then the words that follow, do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not let them be afraid. Why would he talk about being troubled and afraid right after he's given them his peace? I believe it's because he knows that fear and trouble come our way always. But we are called to live out of a legacy of peace, one that recognizes that where Jesus is, where God is present, which is everywhere, and when we are centered in that relationship we have with God, with the world, with others, and with ourselves, then we don't get stuck in fear. It's not that fear doesn't come. We all get afraid. But we don't have to live in fear. We can live in peace. Jesus gives us the ability to live in peace, and he calls us to work at it. Let's keep working at it as we live the story together.